Ay. No way.
Try to turn them bad days into good days. Don't care what the people say. Hating on me, I come from the bottom.
Ay.
Keep it on me, and every day I feel like it's gonna rain.
What's up, y'all? This is Anglers and this Barberson TV, and today we had to go to Richmond. Let the people know what your name is.
Jordan Kenchen, man, from Richmond, Virginia.
You a real Richmond native?
Real Richmond, man. I'm from Highland Park, to be exact.
Richmond give me a lot of backlash from the internet.
Man, I've been seeing what you've been talking about with Richmond, man. You know they're not going to like me doing an interview with you.
They don't like me anyway. They might like me after the interview because we're going to get Richmond on the map right now.
That's what I'm talking about.
So what's it like a regular day in Richmond? To me, in my head, it's a country town. Like, I don't know. You got to hit me. Bring me up to date.
Richmond, compared to D.C., is a country town. I travel a lot, so I've been to a lot of big cities. Richmond, we're very behind. We're trying to catch up, but I think the biggest distinction, we have our hoods, but the hoods are they're not like an Alabama where everything is run down. We have enough money to where our poor communities look like something, but they not like y'all's to where your poor community and your rich community are so far apart and so distinct. Our rich community won't look too much different than our poor community because there's not that much money out there. Do you see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So yeah, a regular day out there it's not much to do. It's more so for retirement, which is what I've been preaching about a lot. But yeah, man, it's country compared to DC. But if you want to retire somewhere, you want to slow down, go to Richmond.
So what you do for a living?
Well, I started out as an entertainment CEO, owning an entertainment company, and then I turned my life around, and now I do this influencing journey. I do a lot of podcasts, do a lot of food reviews, just living my life on the camera, trying to be a celebrity, man.
What was the name of the entertainment company?
Full Circle Entertainment.
Did y'all have any rappers?
Of course. We had a lot of good rappers in the city, worked with a lot of good producers up close. We had managed a lot of cameramen. We had a lot of different components in our entertainment company.
I don't know any Richmond rappers at all. Could you bring me up to date? Like, throw some names out there. Who the top 5 rappers in Richmond?
Top 5 rappers, I would give you F&F Chop, Stay Solid Rocky, but he don't really claim Richmond, but we know he's from Richmond. G Sambo, which I believe you had an interaction with. I'm going to give him them 3 just off impact. I'm going to go Lil Kiddo next, and then I'm going to say 2-4 Pap.
Richmond rap scene. Why you don't think Richmond rap scene is bigger, like on a bigger platform than what it really is? Because Richmond rap don't really reach us in the DMV.
It don't. And what's crazy is we actually try to copy y'all's sound. They're not going to like that I said that. But for some reason, we adopted y'all's sound. We had an artist like Traptaz Kai and Rio, and they had this real Richmond sound. But along the way, we started taking from DC sound. And I think that's where we kind of got lost, and we're not as big as y'all or any other big city. Because number 1, we haven't found our distinct sound yet. And number 2, we're so separated. We don't realize that we're a small city. So when we separate ourselves from north, east, south, whatever the case may be, and somebody like you who don't know nothing about Richmond, if we come together, I know this sounds cliche, but if we come together more as a collective, it would get more reach, because a lot of these people do get views, but their careers are so short-lived and never reach a good peak to get your attention. So I think that's just what it is, man. We never give ourselves the time or try to be smart enough to come together as a collective enough to get it out there to someone like you.
One thing I know about Richmond is they support rappers, though. If a lot of rappers come there and do concerts and venues.
Yeah, we consumers. Like, and what's crazy is we don't even have like your top artists come. So Rod Wave wouldn't come, Lil Durk wouldn't come, most of the top artists wouldn't come. It'd be like the lower tier levels that we support. So I mean, we do support the outside people, but you know, as you know, somebody like you coming to the city is a superstar to us. No offense to you, but you know what it is on levels of celebrity. You know, and it's, again, no offense, you not as big as Rod Wave. You see what I'm saying? But we gonna treat you like such, and that's the type of city Richmond is.
So you becoming an influencer. What's your goal as being an influencer though? Like what you trying to get out of you being an influencer on your journey?
For me, myself, is to just be a celebrity. I want to get into movies, get into TV shows, doing commercials and things of that nature. But while we doing this right now, of course, to put my city on. I've been having some trouble dealing with that, as like you, as you say, your city hates you, or you know, they dislike most of the things that you say. My city does the same thing to me. A lot of these rappers that I did name, they blocked me, and I never met these people. Um, they say slick stuff about me on the internet, whatever the case may be. So, you know, a lot of these people hate me, but my whole goal is to still put them on and shed light to the city.
So if so growing up in Richmond, like what's y'all go-to thing? Like what y'all do as a hobby? Like is there any specific place y'all hang out at or things y'all do that the world don't know Richmond do?
Richmond is a food place. Um, Richmond, if you want to get something good to eat, that's really the best thing that we can do. We have great restaurants like the Hard Shell. We got a Roof Chris out there. We got great food spots out there. Lost Letter. I could go on and on. We have great food. Not really a club scene. That's why I say it's more so for retirement. We have big homes out there. So places like Goochland, which is on the outskirts of the city, Chester, you're going to find your big houses with a little bit of land for a cheaper price than you would something like your DC, Baltimore, New York. So people really go there to duck off. Like, and people don't really come here for a scene, if that makes sense.
So give me your top two food spots in Richmond. If I go to Richmond, what's the top two food spots that I gotta stop at?
My top two food spots. You're going right down my alley. Uh, my go-to place in Richmond would have to be Perry's. Perry's Steakhouse. It's a chain steakhouse, but it has some of the best food. It's in Short Pump. It's not exactly in Richmond. That'll be my favorite one right there. And then number two, I'm going to probably have to say, I'm going to go Roof Chris. I'm going to do another chain spot, but I just like steakhouses. So that's my personal preference. And an honorable mention, I know you only said two, but number three, La Grata, which is an Italian restaurant owned by a world-renowned chef who was around Emeril Lagasse, all these people. That is a great restaurant.
What you get off the menu when you go there?
I usually do the 5-course meal, um, 5 or 6 courses depending on how I feel. So I get a little Caesar salad, I pair that with a Pinot Grigio. I'm gonna get the calamari. I'm gonna get it's a scallop and shrimp pasta that they have. I'll pair that with one of the wines that they're choosing, and then you have to get the tiramisu, and I pair that with the Moscato. That's my go-to meal right there.
Being as though you an influencer, tell me an influencer that motivates you.
An influencer that motivated me. The people that got me started is someone like Kiera Amanique. That's one of the main people. India Westbrook. I'm gonna name a lot of females because not a lot of males were really touching my space. Kevin Samuels. Those are three of the big people that influenced me at the beginning of my career.
So if you can tell all the Richmond rappers that don't like you, if you can tell them something, what would you tell them?
Put your pride aside, first of all. Second of all, if they could have listened to what you said in that live when you was talking to us, I don't think you was coming from a place of hate or trying to talk down on Richmond. I think it was more like, get your weight up. If I don't know you, what makes you think that the rest of the world know you? So I think they just need to get out of their own head and realize you're not as big as you think. Just because you feel like you're a celebrity in Richmond, that don't make you a celebrity. Me and you could go out of town and more people gonna know me than they do you. And I don't go around here thinking that I'm bigger than anybody. But that's just what I believe. I don't want to have no ego because ego does what for me? I'm talking to you right now and you way bigger than me. So I just like to keep that mindset.
Me personally, I don't have no problems with Richmond. Them pages just mistake my words. I don't even know nobody in Richmond that have a problem.
Exactly. Exactly. Man, I feel the same. I mean, me personally, like I said, I never even met these people that had a problem with me. I would go and try to work with them, and I found out they blocked me. We never had a discussion. But they so sensitive because they want to feel like they're a celebrity. They want to feel like they're somebody. And in their city, they feel like that because people try to pour them with all this love. But really, what are you doing? That 100,000 views that you're getting in the city ain't nothing compared to the millions of views another person getting out here in their city. And they just need to see the perspective in that.
Who was a famous person that made it out of Richmond? You giving me a history lesson right now.
Richmond has a lot of rich history in the past times, honestly, before you and I were born. I will say Style and Rocky does have, I think it's like a 3-4 times platinum song. That's probably the most recent one. But we have people like Maggie L. Walker, who of course we know she was a notable black banker. Richmond was actually the second Black Wall Street, the second Black Wall Street behind Tulsa, Oklahoma. That was located in Jackson Ward. So we have a lot of rich history. It's just so old that it doesn't correlate to these current times that we have.
How far is that from Washington, D.C.?
We about 2 hours away from y'all. A little over 2 hours.
So I don't know how the music don't make it 2 hours away. I'm just trying. No, I'm not dissing. I'm just trying to understand the misconnection. I don't hear no Richmond nothing. I don't know nothing about Richmond unless it's a page and they tagged me one day and posted my live. That's the only thing I know about Richmond.
So let me ask, have you heard the song Party Girl from the TikTok?
How'd it go?
You just want to party, girls. You just want to have fun, too. That joke.
Nah.
You never heard it?
I might have did and ain't paying no attention, but as of right now, no.
I get that. Well, another thing, though, resources. So being behind the scenes, I will say, I've met people like J.R. McKee, the people behind Lil Durk, Rod Wave. I met Wendy Day, the machine behind Cash Money. And I'm only saying that to say these people got out of their hometowns and went to a bigger city for the resources. Richmond, we don't like to go outside of our city to get that resource. So the only way that I've found any success in my career is by going outside of my city. But again, people get so comfortable in my city feeling like they're a celebrity in Richmond. And like you said, nobody is known there. So if people start venturing out a little bit, I think you would hear it. But we get so comfortable being in our hometown, man, we don't even care if you hear it or not. To be honest, like, we'll rather be famous and have our niggas in the hood know us than you to know us, even though you're a better resource.
Speaking of hoods, do Richmond have hoods? Like, is there ghettos there?
Of course it's ghettos there. It's ghettos everywhere you go, man. You know that.
I promise you, I'm not even being funny. I don't know one thing about Richmond. Like, I couldn't tell you half a thing. I don't even think I know how to spell Richmond, to be honest.
I mean, again, compared to DC, it's no comparison. You see what I'm saying? But we have our hoods. You got Jackson Ward, you got Mosby, you got Wilcombe, you got Fairfield. Where I'm from, Highland Park, that was a hood, but it gets gentrified. So that goes into a cycle a little bit. And then you got your other hoods on the outskirts. Mostly Richmond itself is the hood though. Like even the good parts is still the hood compared to other places. So it don't really get that good. I will say that. It's the
It's
trenches.
Section 8 out there.
Of course, man. Come on, man. Most niggas on government assistance out there.
I feel like some Richmond rappers gotta come tap in with me. Like they gotta, I don't know, they gotta tuck their pride real quick and come tap in with me because I just need a history lesson. This ain't nothing personal. I'm getting updated now, so I'm gonna be on the lookout for Richmond rappers.
What's
Give
crazy?
me one person I should tap into.
One person that you gotta tap into right now, Trap Ties Kai. These Trap Ties Kai feel like he the one that got potential to really make the city blow. But I will say this. It would be smart for them to come tap into you, but as you seen from the conversation, they rather be in denial with themselves and say, you know what? I don't need this nigga. Shit, I can make it on my own instead of trying to connect with you. Niggas be in their own head, bro. It's like niggas work backwards out there and then wonder why we not getting nowhere.
It's the internet. They just gotta tuck their pride.
It's the internet. And you know what's crazy, bro? Most of these niggas ain't even getting their acknowledgement on the internet. Most of these niggas is still nobodies on the internet. It's just literally in their own little hood of 100 people that they getting this validation from. Like, it's that small. We that far behind. Like, we don't care about our image. We don't care about how we talking to people. We don't care about connecting with people. We don't want to spend no money trying to do no business with people. We're going to lowball everybody. Bro, it's almost like we don't even want to be on. Like, we want to stay in our own little bubble. You feel me?
Is it bad females out there? Like, y'all got some pretty women in Richmond?
I'm going to say this. A 10 in Richmond is like a 4 in D.C. and a 1 in California. So, yeah, depending on where you at, I guess. But, go with that information what you will.
Who's the baddest female in Richmond?
Oh, man. This nigga trying to get me in trouble. Shit. The hoes really, irrelevant. But, the baddest female in Richmond. I don't even know them, and I'm from Richmond. To be honest with you, I'd rather go outside the city, bro. Like, none of them really relevant, even worth speaking about.
So how far is 757 from Richmond?
That's like an hour 30, probably a little less.
That's not the same Virginia. Like y'all all ain't under one umbrella.
And that's another thing. We separate ourselves from the 7-5 when they the most like us. We'll rather be like Northern Virginia before we be like Southern Virginia. And I don't understand why. And these niggas got people on like Missy Elliott, Pharrell, Pusha T, Timbaland, but we don't even associate ourselves with them. Young Crazy. Like, they got people that make some type of noise and get signed, but we don't fuck with them, bro, for whatever reason.
I got connections in 757. I can't say I don't know people from there. I know Young Crazy. I know Young Money On. I know Pusha T personally. I hang in the 757 with Young Money On. So, I know that part of Virginia. I even hang at Norfolk University before in my life.
But you got to understand this, too. The 7-5, they had that resource before we did. So they had Teddy Pendergrass put a studio out there for them. You had your Pharrells and your Timbalands looking for artists out there and bringing stuff to their city. You have these people bring the resource for them to come together as a collective so that you can know them. We haven't gotten that opportunity yet. You feel me?
So what can me and you do personally with our power put together to give Richmond some extra light?
We already started the first step by me coming to you. First of all, putting my pride to the side and say, you know what? Instead of beefing with this nigga like the rest of my city, how about I work with him because I know he can help me? That's the first step. Second step, all right, how much more work can I do with this nigga? The next thing I want to do is actually meet you, which I was talking to your cameraman, telling him, hey, what's the price to get him come down, meet me, we could chop it up, because I know the connections that you have. This is a resource. So all I'm trying to do at the end of the day is bring resources back to the city, and this is the first step.
We can definitely put that together, bro. I'm with it. We can put it together as soon as possible, bro. But that ain't hard.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, I don't know if it's your manager, homeboy. He was so strict on the business. I told him I never mess up my name with my brand.
But you see, it's nothing personal. And just like you, I know you've been doing business a long time. Before these cameras cut on, man, we've been doing business for a long time. So he just that strict because, we done been played a couple times. We done had to deal with all the things we had to deal with, and we learn now to try to do our business a certain way. So it ain't nothing personal. You know that. It's just business.
No, I understand it. I go I go through that to this day.
You feel me?
Do Richmond got Pee Wee football team, something? Like, give me the rundown.
I'm telling you, man, the only thing that we really highlight, which we've actually been known nationwide for, is our food. We have the best restaurant week in Richmond. That's a big thing that brings people. We have Civil War museums, which people fly all over the world actually for, because the Civil War, as you know, was fought, part of it at least, in Richmond and surrounding areas. We mainly hang on our history. Like I said, Jackson Ward, that's a historic museum now, because of Maggie L. Walker being down there. We mainly just hang on everything we did in the past. We have the James River, and this isn't for people in entertainment. This is for older people who've already retired. They don't have nothing else they need to do. They just want to come get some food, come see some history, and that's it. It's really racist. This is the start of the Confederacy, in which I believe is the start of the South. If you don't know, Pharrell said Baltimore was the start of the South, which I completely disagree with. Actually, Richmond, Virginia is the specific start of the South.
When you say racist, what you mean? Like, go into detail as far as racist. Like, they still on white and blacks out there?
Yeah, there's a lot of Trump type supporters out there. You know what come with that. We have our downtown, which tries to be a little bit more liberal, but this is the start of the Confederacy. This is where a lot of slaves was brought at. This was actually the second biggest slave auction. Hometown was in Richmond. So a lot of that deep-rooted racism history started in Richmond. And you can kind of still tell what goes on today, because a lot of the white people don't really mix with the black people. The gentrification that happens. As far as my hood, in my hood, I was raised in 709 Arnold Avenue in this house. We used to have Jen's Market down the street, and that was the staple. Now, they changing out all that shit. They probably gonna put a Whole Foods over there soon. Like, it's your average racist shit to us, at least. Y'all can mingle with y'all white people. We kind of keep it separate. They stay in their own little shit, and when they want to come in our shit, they push us out to the projects. It ain't even the hood, it's the projects.
I'm racist, bro, but in a different way. I hate niggas. I love the white people here.
I hate niggas too. But at the end of the day, I'm a nigga. So I as much as white people give me great business, as much as white people love to consume my content, I'm a nigga. So I'ma always do what's best for my niggas. You feel me?
I love the white people. When I go move into someplace new, I take the manager of the property to the side and be like, "Can I ask you something off the books?" He be like, "Sure, Mr. Anthony." I'd be like, "Hey, we ain't gonna see no niggas around here, is we?" He'd be like, "Nah, not at all."
But see, you don't gotta live with niggas. But you know what you do low key? You putting niggas on. So even though you don't want to be around niggas, you still for your niggas, because you give them an opportunity to get on a platform and expand their brand. That's bigger than what a white person could ever do, because a white person just gonna exploit them. You actually giving a nigga an opportunity.
That's because I come from the struggle. I understand the struggle more than anything.
And that's the nigga in you. So as much as you love white people, as much as you don't want to live near a nigga, you gonna always help a nigga.
Nah, 100%. I'ma help him from afar while I'm hanging with the white people.
Type shit. I'm in a white ass area right now, my nigga. Shit, I ain't living with these white folks. I ain't living with these black niggas.
Nah, I feel that. So for the people on social media, if they trying to find you on social media, how do they find you on social media?
It's Jordan Kenchen, JordanKenchen. TikTok, Instagram. I promise you can even Google my name to find me. That's where I'm gonna be at on everything on the on.
Is there anybody in Richmond you want to shout out that you ain't shout out yet? For they don't be like, you went on Aunt Glizzy platform and you ain't even give me a shout out.
Here's a shout out that I would give. I wouldn't give it to a specific name. I'm gonna say this for Richmond because I know a lot of Richmond people gonna see this. I'm open to working with y'all. And Glizzy's open to working with y'all. Y'all got to get out y'all own pride, though, to get these opportunities. So if y'all don't get out of that and y'all stay in that mindset, you'll forever be stuck in Richmond and wonder why you're cursed. If you want to break the curse, come fuck with niggas like us and stop hating.
Well, this ain't Glizzy, this is Barberson TV, and I want to tell y'all, shout out to Richmond. I never was beefing with y'all. I don't know where y'all get that misunderstood. And y'all always welcome on my platform. Just tap in. I appreciate you, brother.
I appreciate you, man. It was a pleasure. We got to run this back again.
I'm with it. Appreciate it.